Hey, wonderful people. Good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. It's exactly 2 p.m. and very hot and sunny outside. And I decided to do one review today. This is going to be a sample review. If you're not into that, you can skip the video, no problem. And it's going to be a niche house. And the house is called, the whole name is like Nicolai Perfumer Creator for Men and Women. I think that's the whole name. But let's call this Nicolai, okay? House of Nicolai. So, Nicolai, I have not tried anything from this house before. It's a very elegant niche house as far as I heard or read, and their fragrances are kind of on the pricier side. I think extremely pricey side, like by Killian's or Roja Dove, around there. So obviously, like I do not have that many expensive fragrances, but I have some niche which are like reasonable within $300 tops. These are kind of perfumes that I have, but not to say I paid for like $300 on every single fragrance. Like Aventus, that was one of them, or one or two, but mostly within $200 or less my fragrances are. But this fragrance is gonna be like a courtesy. It's the sample courtesy is by FragranceBD and my dear brothers Pantho Bhai and Shuvo Bhai. These two guys are, as I told you before, you guys heard their names before. They sent me 4 samples or 5 samples when I purchased the bottle, and I just got another by Killian also from them. So they send me gifts. So basically, it's not like a sponsored video, no, nothing like that. We are not affiliated. We are just brothers. We exchange stuff. I mean, not exchange. They send me gifts once in a while, and I buy once in a while fragrance from them. So yeah, today we'll be looking at New York Intense. I guess the sample here is very generous sample. I'm not sure it's like the size of it, but it has a sizable sample. Like the juice is almost like was here, almost full. So it's called New York Intense by Nicolai. Okay. So we'll be looking at this, and I'll let you know what it smells like, who is it for, longevity, is it worth getting it, looking into it, and there's something interesting about this one. But before that, I woke up late. I was not feeling all that well, physically unwell. I had medication and lunch, and now I'm wearing Burberry Touch for Men. I showed you this yesterday, and Father's Day special, not Father's Day special, it's like 15 fragrances for fathers. So this is one of them, and I love wearing this myself. Very versatile. Anybody can wear it. So easy, long lasting, beautiful. I have two on my two side of necks. Okay, neck. Another thing is, I want to say something. Yesterday I read it, just broke my heart. One of the brothers who wrote, I usually do not go and read all the comments once in a while, because sometimes there are like trolls or some negative comments. I'm scared of that, so I just stay away. But somewhat I just want to read what people wrote. A lot of people wrote a lot of nice things, their suggestions, but one guy wrote like, I wanted to get some of these fragrances to one of these fragrances to my dad, but he sadly passed away last week. It just made me realize one thing, like you can have anything. You can lose money, you can get it back. You can lose property, you can get it back. You can lose your house, car, even whatever, wealth. But family is such a thing. You have to treasure it, because they just gonna stay with you for a very short period of time, basically, and after they're gone, it's very difficult. Nothing can replace family. Okay. And I really, if you're watching, brother, I will pray for you every day. Okay. I'll pray for your God give you strength, and I just pray for your father's departed soul. Hopefully he's in a better place in heavens and smiling at you all the time. All right. So God bless you. So yeah, let's hit the review. I'm a little bit emotional today because it just made me really think for a very long time yesterday. So yeah, so fragrance is called Nicolai New York Intense, and it's actually for women and men. They put women first, then men. So basically, I understand it's a unisex perfume, but leaning more towards women, because they put emphasis on women. And it was released of 2014. I wrote down the notes because the notes breakdown on this is huge. So I cannot remember everything, and I'll tell you what I get from them, but I'll tell you the full notes breakdown. So the notes in this, let me tell you, without base, without opening top note. Let's go. Bergamot, thyme, cinnamon, black pepper, oak moss, citron, artemisia, lavender, chamomile, petit grain, cloves, vanilla, styrex, incense, musk, civet, and castoreum. So seeing that notes breakdown, you understand this is a complex fragrance, first of all, and it's a truly niche fragrance. And I'm not trying to say niche is more complicated than designer. Sometimes designers are also complicated. Back in the time, some of the fragrances like Kuros, these are niche level fragrances for me. But this here right now, in today's modern world, this kind of fragrances, they actually can call them truly niche, because first of all, if they use natural ingredients or high class ingredients, even if it's synthetic but high quality ingredients. Second of all, they actually made art, like the creation is like artistic creation. It's not like a synthetic generic fragrance. Okay, that's the second thing. Third thing is truly niche fragrance will actually not be a clone of something. They are not going to be inspired by something that is available in market, in my opinion. They shouldn't be anyway. But niche fragrance should be something like I did that Andy Tower fragrance, the Moroccan. I smell that there's nothing like it. You know, I just like blown away completely. So that is a true niche fragrance. Okay. So the Nicolai here right now, I have two other fragrances to show you similar to that, but mostly this fragrance, what this is, you should know. People call it like similar to Bordeaux Portugal by Creed. So I'm pretty sure Bordeaux Portugal came way before, I mean, it was released way before Nicolai. And I don't want to say it's inspired by Bordeaux Portugal, but there's definite similarity. Okay, if they did it, they did it really, really well. So apart from all the notes, let me tell you the price tag on this one. Okay, just to give you some idea. I saw this once, 30 ml bottle was going for 200 US dollars. I'm not sure which site it was, but today I checked, Lucky Sun, they're offering this for 30 ml, 66 US dollars, and 100 ml, 195 US dollars, which is a much better value. I mean, I don't want to pay 30 ml, $200 for anything. Even if it's Nasimato, I don't pay $150, $200. No, because the amount of use there, it's not just like, it doesn't fit my everyday lifestyle. But many people out there who doesn't have, you know, issue with money, many people are rich, they would find any of these prices okay. So it's up to people, not judging. So now what do you get from this? This fragrance, I have it in my hand. Okay, I sprayed in my hand just before the review started, and I want to tell you one thing. This fragrance is not one direction fragrance. It's not like top note and then you get like go to the heart and that's how it stays all throughout the whole life. This fragrance changes. It has a lot of aspects. First of all, it has kind of like the bergamot citrus element. The citron and bergamot sort of creates this kind of like a herbal, herbaceous, green citrus opening. You know, I think there's this chamomile. What is the other one I'm looking for? There's something green note in this that is herbaceous. I don't know, it's oak moss, what is it, vetiver, thyme, it's thyme, yeah. So it gives you that sort of green citrus opening. So it's not a tart citrus like sweet citrus, playful citrus. It's a very serious citrus. When you smell it, you can tell that big, huge impact of fragrances coming to hit you. And when you wear this, you are actually gonna be handling this because it's like a baby. When you have a baby, you cannot avoid the baby. You have to take care of it. You don't just play, hi, hey baby, and after that done. No, a kid is 24 hours sort of responsibility. This is something like that, I think of it, because this fragrance will last on you a lifetime. It's a long lasting perfume. It's beautiful. Longevity is amazing. Okay, I don't know if it's EDP. I don't know if it's written EDP or EDT. Probably these are like EDP concentration, or I'm not sure. But performance on this, it's amazing. Great longevity. 10 out of 10 for longevity and projection. Projection maybe 9, not 10. But it starts developing to something more, you know, not daring, I would say. It's more niche-like. What I mean by more niche-like, thank you Air Force for protecting my house. Okay, so what I try to mean, after that green herbaceous citrus opening, it goes to the lavender side, and ever so slightly it falls from the classy side, you know, Frank Sinatra. Why I say Frank Sinatra? Because Frank Sinatra's signature scent was Bordeaux Portugal. Dan Norton absolutely loves Bordeaux Portugal, just like Greggy Boy, classy guys, the mature guys, they love this fragrance. I love Bordeaux Portugal. I smelled it. I was blown away, but I couldn't find 120 ml bottle anymore at a decent price. I'm still looking for it. So Bordeaux Portugal, Creed Viking, Creed's Green Irish Tweed, and the other one is what? Royal Oud. These four are more, even that other one, they have a velvety bottle. I don't know, I don't remember the name, but 5 or 6 of the Creed fragrances are very mature. This is similar to Bordeaux Portugal, but Bordeaux Portugal is, to my nose, it's a little bit more spicy, a little bit more masculine. This is built for both women and men, and I think it will fit either one, either gender perfectly. Seasons to wear this fragrance, I would recommend cold weather would be perfect. Mild cold weather, fall, right in between winter and summers. You know, you can wear this in a very cold weather, also no problem. But it smells like fall when the, you know, you can see like the winter is approaching. Like, let's just say this time winter is approaching and the seasons are like in a transition period, and you can start feeling that chilled air on your face. You can feel it, and you start wearing like a little bit like a jacket, you know, like walking, and you see everything is coming to like not sunny or summery anymore. That's when this fragrance will shine. Okay, it's a very classy fragrance. Absolutely love the class. Okay, I'm not done with the notes yet. This fragrance then slowly goes to Little bit like they may said castoreum and civet. These two are most challenging notes to my nose, and with oak moss, these three most challenging notes in single fragrance, and they put it in a single fragrance. But is it scary like Kuros or Antheas, which I own and I love? Yeah, it does have the animalic side, but done in a very polished way. It doesn't change the path from gentlemanly or polished or classy to animalic side. It doesn't scare you quite a bit, but it's gonna take some wearing. Its basic idea is this fragrance is not for beginners. If you are just starting your game, you might not find it appealing at all. Like I do not still find Green Irish Tweed appealing at all. I do not see what's the hype about. It's just too simple for me, too overpriced. That's it. But Bordeaux Portugal, different story. Viking, different story. This fragrance, it reminds me of those two fragrances, kind of. Also, Royal Oud. There's no oud in this, but there is definite that class. So green, kind of citrusy, kind of like lavender, barbershoppy, spicy, and kind of animalic. That's what you get from this beautiful fragrance. Very, very alluring fragrance, and it does leave a nice scent trail from the small sample. I can imagine only what the big bottle would do. So I don't have the picture of, I mean, the full bottle. I'll put a picture on the opening thumbnail. Another thing, interesting, two things. One guy said he found it similar to Russian leather, and I have a Chanel Russian leather sample since 2015. I hardly use it. Once in a while, it's very expensive. These are very expensive, so I appreciate when they send me a sample of this precious fragrance, FragranceBD. I appreciate it, trust me. So this one I bought at Chanel, I think Platinum Egoist. That's when I got like a sample free as a gift. This fragrance is in my hand. It's really sweet, it's really tender, it's like a teddy bear, kind of like, like Ted. It's sweet, it's mild leather, it's just lovely. It's for women in unisex. This is nowhere, I mean, you can see they are the similar classy sort of vibe, but I think they don't share so many notes, in my humble opinion. I don't find any leather in the Nicolai one. So that's one. Second thing I want to show you, I had a actually clone of Bordeaux Portugal, which I was happy with. That is Dua Fragrances, and it's called Royal Portugal, as you can see the name. And Masam Reza created this juice, combining, I think, Bordeaux Portugal, the version before and after, so you want to combine something to make it like more potent version of Bordeaux Portugal, and this is potent. I have it on paper. Let me compare it a little bit with the Nicolai. What I really find is Masam Reza's creation is a lot more spicy. The emphasis is a lot more on spices. So lavender is there, but the petit grain, which is also in Nicolai, the pepper, it's also there, but you can tell the quality difference. I'm not trying to put Masam Reza's fragrance Dua down, but this one feels like right for the budget you spend, $30 or $40 for 30 ml, something like that. So it's good for that price, but the quality Nicolai is just top notch. If this one versus this one, I just give you like idea. The Dua is great, but the opening can be a little bit synthetic and soapy. It's just, I do not like the opening of this. It's very synthetic, but on dry down, it does smell a lot like Bordeaux Portugal, but not quite, maybe like 70%. This Nicolai one, I'm not trying to conclude this as a clone of Bordeaux Portugal. This and Bordeaux Portugal, you can own either one or both. You're gonna love them either way, both equally. Both are great. So price comparison wise, if you find this 30 ml for $200, I don't think it's worth it. Better buy Bordeaux Portugal, because you're gonna find that if you spend like $50 more, you can buy 120 ml of Bordeaux Portugal of Crete. That is gonna be better value. But this one, if you find it $100, I mean the 100 ml for $195 from Lucky Scent. I'm not trying to advert them because I don't even know them. But if you find it that price, it's worth to buy this one. This is much more modern and much more modernized and upgraded version of Bordeaux Portugal. Bordeaux Portugal is very classy. So yeah, it's here. So I would rate this very highly. I like it, love it. The performance is great. The prices on 30 ml shocked me at first, $200, but I think that's the retail on this. But apart from the price tag, price is not everything. How I like it, I feel this fragrance vibe. It's quality. I tell you, this is quality. And not every niche fragrance I will tell the same. Just because it's niche, that's why I'm praising it. That's not the case. This fragrance is nice. Women and men both love it. Compliment wise, you might get it, might not get it. But for upper class, classy occasions, like dinner occasion, something high class sort of events, this will suit that like atmosphere properly. So overall, this fragrance, again, easy. Bordeaux Portugal is 10 for me. This also gets 10. But people out there definitely should try to get a sample. If you're lucky, you'll get a sample and experience it first. If it works for you, then only get it. Do not blind buy this because I gave it 10, right? Thanks once again, FragranceBD, for sort of gifting me this sample, and thanks for watching such a long video. I really had to tell all this stuff, I mean, in this review. Everybody have a nice day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.